And start recording. Turn my air off.
Turn my sound off. Oh,
Right, I'm here.
Alrighty, we're live, I guess, right? You guys, I think everything's good. I can hear you guys through the app.
yep,
Yep,
we're good.
I can hear you. Yep.
Perfect.
Boom.
Hello and welcome to AOX Wrestling. Live on the Game Complainers channel. And maybe archived on the AOX channel. I don't know yet. Anyway, we're here to review probably the best pay-per-view in probably about, I don't know, 10, 15 years. Okay?
Facts. Big facts.
All Out 2021. Just looking at this card, I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't know how damn good it was going to be. Perfect on paper and perfect execution. All the way through. And
Yes.
we will get to it. It started with the buy-in. You had Orange Cassidy, Wheeler Yuta, Chuck Taylor, and the Jurassic Express versus the Matt Hardy, Private Party, and TH2. Hey, great opener. I'm not too fond of the Matt Hardy thing. I think it's just a waste of time.
Yeah,
Like,
that has to go.
Private Party didn't really need... I think Private Party was taken down because of fucking Matt Hardy.
Yeah, they were.
They need to do their own thing. They need the music back. They need the original music back. They need the fucking guy with the thing to let them into the ring. They need all that stuff back. They need their stuff back. This
great,
Matt Hardy
man.
thing ain't working, okay? Matt Hardy, I don't even know what the hell is... Who is Matt Hardy? What is he doing? Is he V1? Is he fucking broken? Like, what is going on with this guy? Stop buying all these tag teams, and he's bringing everybody... This guy's losing on TV, and then he's like, oh, hey, guys, here's my group that never helps me.
Yeah, he's like trying to be all his gimmicks at once.
Yeah, it's weird.
Dude, just be the delete guy and get in feuds with other people. Leave the tag teams alone. When Jeff comes in, that's when you guys fucking rock and roll with these guys and start putting them over. Until then,
Yeah. One last hurrah.
Yeah. So great match. I don't look here. I'm like a Sega Saturn. I got my battery in, but sometimes I forget what I'm doing. So, you guys want to go ahead and talk about the match? And if I remember something here and there, I'll let you know. But I did pay $50 for this show, and I did watch it, so I'm good. You guys want to talk about this match or what?
It was a decent opener. I can't really call any spots right now.
Yeah, man, what's going on?
So much has happened like throughout the entire night, but I do remember it being like it was a good opener. It's always good to hear Jungle Boy's the Tarzan voice song and sing it, and I do like how Tony Khan can buy songs, and he's taking advantage of how wrestling is it's like a party atmosphere.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's good for those reactions.
It's good if you're a casual guy. Say you stop watching wrestling, but you're flipping through the channels, and you see you flip and you see Jungle Boy coming out with the music and everyone's singing it and everything. You're like, what the fuck is this? This is like a big party. What is this?
Yeah.
It's great. It draws people in.
Yeah, it's lit in there.
That's what I'm saying. Like WWE, it's like when then Kane comes out. You know what I mean? It's like, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Great match. I thought it was good. Eli, what'd you think?
This is one of the matches I caught towards the end. I didn't start watching until that pay-per-view started, but decent opener for what I caught of it. Jungle Boy, entertaining as always. The hybrid guys, freaking Jack Evans, and they're good, but I don't know. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed by Jack Evans.
They're good, but they're annoying, dude. They look like I want to punch them in the fucking face. Both of them.
Yeah, like I've been watching.
I hate the
Jack
slow
Evans.
dance that they fucking do, and I'm like, dude, you guys suck. Okay, you're good in the ring, but you guys suck. As characters?
I like Jack Evans as a face. That's why. Like he's a heel. I really don't like him. But when he's a face, it's like, okay, he's cool. He's entertaining.
The other guy looks like a little Amish girl with his hair back.
Oh man!
Like he wants to punch this guy in the face.
Yeah. Like you were guys saying, yeah, they gotta get Private Party away from Matt.
They got to, man. Those are my guys. And now this guy like gimped them up, and then they come out with suits and not even like polo shirts. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
No, I liked when they were doing, they had their own gear,
had their own
he had the fucking tie and everything.
With the original music, not that second music they used. That shit was stupid.
Yeah.
The Private Party got to get the people going over there, you know what I mean?
Like, their entrance alone got the people, like, pumped when they came out, and now you kind of don't get that same reaction with them.
No, and Matt Hardy looks like a created wrestler version of Matt Hardy that you would download off.
You took all three pieces of Matt Hardy and they put them all together.
He's like the Deke G.I. Joe version of Matt Hardy. That's what he fucking looks like. He don't even look like the fucking Sunbow Matt Hardy.
Deke G.I. Joe.
He does.
That's the craziest comparison I've ever heard.
It's true, though. That doesn't look like Matt Hardy.
Oh, man.
Anyway, Jungle Boy and his crew won the match.
Yeah.
So now the pay-per-view starts, and it says, don't illegally download this show. And I'm like, really? It's 2021.
All right.
TNT Championship match. Eddie Kingston versus Miro. Eddie Kingston, the Ralph Cramden of the Bronx.
The Ralph Cramden.
The way he fucking screams and talks, I'm like, yo, that's Ralph Cramden if he lived in the Bronx. But hey man, these two guys beat the fuck out of each other.
Yeah, almost
chops the entire night, which means Flair's coming in. Because MJF even did the strut. It's like, come on, it's obvious.
Yeah, they were
every
doing
single match
hints.
except for the Punk match had chops.
Yeah.
Even the fucking Big Show. Oh, he's not Big Show. Oops.
Yeah.
JR.
Myself included.
Yeah. I just thought he was doing the chops because, Eddie watches a lot of, he was inspired by a lot of the Japanese
Miro
wrestlers.
got the shit chopped out of him because his veins were all broken on his chest and everything. I was like, yo.
Oh.
Chops looking like hamburger meat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man, that was nasty.
They were a little
Miro couldn't even lift the belt up at the end. He dropped it like 3 times. Like he went to go pick it up and he just kept dropping it because he was hurting over here.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Some people were expecting Lana, aka CJ, but it didn't happen.
It'll happen soon.
Not yet, but soon.
She's free.
Yeah. Maybe Wednesday.
At least she didn't post handcuffs like this other guy. And then he said something about Miro tweeted. I'll read you the tweet. This is kind of funny because this plays into CJ over here.
Yeah, the tweet at the end. Oh my god.
So after Miro won and he went backstage, he tweeted, "Asking you shall receive. Your nuts have been redeemed." And then later, CJ, his wife, tweeted, "I'll redeem your nuts when you get home."
Yeah.
It was perfect because Eddie was like, "Redeem these nuts," and then Miro beats him with the low blow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was it. Miro beats Eddie Kingston. It was a hell of a match, man. People were going crazy for Eddie Kingston. He's going to win that title at some point.
Yeah,
and it was
over the top.
It was great because they told the story like you were talking about with the fucking tweets and shit and the whole D's nuts thing from a couple days ago. So I mean, it played right into it pretty much.
I'm sorry, Eli. The tweet was after he won the match tonight, not from last week.
From the commentary, like remember he was on commentary.
Oh right, okay.
He was like, he made the D's nuts joke on commentary on Rampage.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and then
it kind of was on commentary.
Yeah, he's funny when he's on fucking commentary.
Yeah, I love his promos because he just starts screaming and yelling, and I'm like, that's New York.
Yeah.
He's from your area, Yonkers, right?
Yonkers. That's where all those guys were. DMX, and he's got the Rough Riders jersey on and all that stuff. So I'm surprised he didn't get like Rough Riders music. He's got like some bootleg version of it.
Yeah. He came out like on the indies to that, Rough
Yeah,
Riders.
Tony should buy a DMX song for him
Time
or
to pay
something.
the money.
Come on.
And then
There's
Tony
a
Khan will
state
give
some
him his
money.
check, and he's got $1.89 left on his check because of all the fucking royalties he's got to pay for the music.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Kingston's gonna win that title at some point, and it'll be all set.
Definitely.
Then we had John Moxley versus Kojima, Satoshi Kojima, not Hideo. These guys again, they beat the fuck out of each other.
Yes, they did.
No holds barred over here, and they went at it. I mean, it seems like they've been wanting to fight each other for a while. And and this is one of the reasons why Bryan Danielson came in, because he wanted to crack at the New Japan guys. So I mean,
it's a perfect time.
The forbidden door is wide open. They figured this out. They worked it out because remember, New Japan and AEW had a lot of heat. AEW basically stepped on their territory. They were going to open up in California, which is where you were last week. Wrestling, by the way, if anybody doesn't know that. This guy flew to California and had a couple of matches. Who did you wrestle for? NJPW or who?
Me? No, I wrestled for Pancrase.
Pancreas?
Yeah.
Pancreas Wrestling?
Yeah. The same company Ken Shamrock used to fight in and all that back in the day.
Well, now that you said that, he's going to come looking for you.
Yep. Come kill my ass.
And you're so they were supposed to open up in California, and then the whole AEW thing happened, and that was pretty much it. They were like, you know what? Because they were going to prep to be number 2 and then be number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then AEW started, they got pissed, and they took Omega, and then they took the other guys. Bad blood. They fixed all that now. Everything's good. Everyone's making money. Everyone's doing their stuff. They're borrowing talent, sending back and forth. It's great. They're doing stuff that back in the day, NWA couldn't figure out how to do. Because they would lend talent to guys, and the promoters would be like, why don't you come sign over here? And they were like, yeah, we got to stop this shit. Some people left and right.
Dudes were signing to fucking New Japan, and WCW was still paying them.
So, no, it's good they had this match. Moxley wanted it. Seems like Kojima wanted it. Great back and forth. You didn't know who the fuck was going to win.
No.
So explain this a little bit, Eli, since you're into all this stuff, this New Japan stuff.
It was a great, strong style match. For people that don't know Kojima and his history, like here in the States alone, I mean, he's done a lot of Ring of Honor stuff back in the day, Major League Wrestling, all that. He had a lot of really, really good matches against really good guys. He's like one of those. He was one of like the last of the old generation type of guys that came up with, Chono and Great Muta and, the WCW guys. And he was actually in that Japanese NWO for like a hot second before, they changed and he went to the other faction. So that's just a little history there, but he's definitely one of the great, like, top freaking 10 Japanese wrestlers. Like if you're talking about top 10s, like he's in that list. So just a great, a sampling of styles. Like you had Moxley, he's wrestled in New Japan. He's been doing his thing the last few years there. And, he's more the American style / hardcore style. So you could kind of equate him to like Terry Funk.
He won the GCW title yesterday.
Yeah,
yes, he did.
What the fuck is GCW? Can someone tell me what that means?
I could get to that too in a minute.
Pete Ryder, Zack Ryder, or whoever the fuck.
Zack Ryder.
Game Changer Wrestling.
Which one?
Game Changer.
Called Game Changer Wrestling.
Hey, that's our federation. Game Complainers Wrestling.
But just a great styles clash, a strong style type of match. You really don't get to see it here in the States, so it was good and it helps expose that style to people in the States that really don't pay attention.
This is like like old WCW, where you had different styles and different matches. You know what I mean? It's not fucking WWE style where it's the same match. Oh, there's 2 little guys have the same match. Yeah, there's 2 big fat guys have the same match. Oh, there's 2 big tall guys have the same match. Oh, I froze. That's okay. You can keep going. So explain to the people why I fixed this.
Yeah. Game changer wrestling. For a while, they weren't doing the deathmatch stuff. For a while, it was just kind of like an lower indie kind of promotion. Um, they're actually coming up now off the CZW hype and everything because I don't think CZW is running too many shows. So
They all
Game
probably got the
Changer,
virus because they're all fucking trying to give each other viruses.
damn. But yeah, Game Changer's coming up with the deathmatch stuff. I did like a couple shows, like I recorded a couple of their shows and helped them with camera stuff and everything. While I was in New York.
They're gonna come after you now.
So
Exposing all the secrets. What are you, Dusty Rhodes?
they're a good promotion. Like they have wrestlers that are really they're just straight wrestlers, and then they have the deathmatch stuff, which is kind of like they're kind of I guess like their big offering is like the more deathmatch style nowadays. But before they were more like ECW pre kind of like the hardcore stuff where it was just like mixing up the styles, strong style stuff, lucha stuff, and the indie guys and stuff with it.
Definitely not an ECW vibe.
Definitely, and they're doing the light tubes and stuff like that. So it's almost like they're taking the mantle a little bit from CZW while kind of partnering with them because they do share the talent and stuff like that. So, but yeah, their stuff's on Fight too. So if you bought AEW on the Fight app, you can watch Game Changers monthly events. You can watch those on there too. So
I don't know, Jesus, if you want to add anything to this match before we cap off the winner and the aftermath.
Oh yeah, it was good. Like you said, like they really beat the shit out of each other. It was a good, stiff, strong style match. And then, and at the end, Suzuki came out, and they're going to do that match Wednesday. So I'm expecting more of the same, and it should be good. And it'll be
he's gonna
Moxie's.
go on. He's gonna go
So
on.
Moxley wins the match, and then Suzuki debuts. Yo, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. I've heard the name, but he looks like a megastar. Just by the way
He's
he
a
was walking
badass.
out there. He was looking at the crowd. He's like, all right, I'm feeling it. Like, he gave the look like, yep.
Yeah.
And he went down there and beat the fuck out of Moxley.
Just fought for the company.
I like how Moxley went to grab him and he, like, slid around really quick. I was like, holy shit. Like, this guy's ready to go.
Yeah. No, like, Suzuki is legit. Like, he was MMA before there was, like, MMA. No, he fought, like, he legitimately, like, he fought Ken Shamrock. He beat Ken Shamrock. He beat all these, UFC guys back in the day. Like, so he's, like, the real deal freaking guy. He's like he was a trainer for all the young boys and stuff back in the day too. He came up through the New Japan dojo with Muda, Chono, like the top freaking guys back in the day, and he's just been one of those notoriously like hardcore crazy trainers out there. He really sticks to that old school mentality. So he's nobody to mess with, especially like if you're having a match with him. So,
but you could see what they were doing there. They had Moxley beat their guy, and then they had their bigger guy come out and beat the fuck out of Moxley and set that up.
Yeah.
It's like they compromised it with the two companies. You know what I mean? Whereas WWE,
Suzuki is like,
just kill that guy and he won't be on TV next week. Oh, Japan's mad at us. All right.
We'll
deal with them in another 40 years when nobody cares. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But Suzuki is like if you're talking about legends, like he's New Japan's like top legend right now.
Well, that's why he came out and beat the shit out of AEW's guy. They gave AEW a little bit, and then they gave their guy went over there and beat the shit out of their guy. And I like how they did that the same night, and they didn't wait a week, because then you'd be like, all right, well, who cares? You know what I mean? But right then and there, their guy's still in the ring, and this guy comes out and goes, all right, I'm going to fuck you up now. Great. And another debut. So there you go. We had Chris Statlander versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Pretty decent match. A couple of blown spots here and there, but what are you going to do, right?
Yeah, that one turnbuckle spot where she's supposed to suplex her. I don't know if she like lost her grip or something, or
it was weird.
Like if it was Bray like couldn't like hold herself up, and
they were trying to do a couple of roll-ups too, and one of the ropes was like a rollover. I was like, what the fuck? But hey, look, Britt Baker's great, but I think she just needs to work a little bit, get a little more training going. But I think she's great as a character. Perfect as a character. As a wrestler,
Absolutely.
she's a little green. She's got to work on that, but she'll get the hang of it. I mean, we saw Trish Stratus.
She's getting
in the
better.
beginning.
Like
Trish Stratus was basically TNA for Test and Albert or whatever the fuck. Eventually, with more training, she became one of the best girls that they had there. So it'll happen.
Well, the best of that time.
definitely. She's already improving, like you say. You know, she had that clinic with freaking Thunder Rosa, who's another wrestler who's like a top level type of worker. So
It's a general right there.
Yeah.
So she can hang with them. She's getting there.
Chris Statlander was pretty good. I didn't see any real botches with her or anything, so she's held her own in the match, and she was pretty good. And I don't understand the story with what's her name, Hayter, Jamie Hayter, or is that the actress?
And Jamie.
She's the bodyguard. She just came in like a couple weeks ago.
Right. I thought maybe she would be like the enforcer for this match, like jump in and cheat. She really didn't do anything, like jumping in or causing anybody to lose or anything. So, hey, she was there, but eventually, I think they're gonna turn her face against Britt Baker, and we'll see all that go down. But I think that's gonna be in a little bit, not right now.
She just came back too because she was in AEW before, but
the match was good, and Britt Baker wins and retains.
Oh, one interesting spot was when Chris Statlander was on the outside. Orange Cassidy, he moved away from his lazy shit, and he actually was yelling at her to get back in the ring.
Yeah,
and the crowd went nuts because they were like, "Wow, this guy's fired up." At first, I was like, "Is this guy turning heel?" This guy's screaming at her. I thought he was gonna pick her up and throw her back in the ring. I was like, "Holy shit, what happened?" Then we had the steel cage match. This is the match of the night on the show. You know what I mean? You can't. It's too bad the Punk match was on this show. It's too bad this match was on this show. But hey, this was the match of the night. Sorry, whenever these two teams get together, it's match of the night. I was there 2 years ago at All Out, 2019. And they wrestled. I think it was a ladder match or some shit. Yeah. Match of the night. Match of the night.
Cage, man.
You can't. This match had everything going in it. And these guys, spot after spot after spot, like perfect. It was like poetry in motion, literally. If you want to get into wrestling, you got to watch this match. Because this match is going to be like, holy shit, this is what they do. They told stories in this match. They did everything they did. Perfect. I enjoyed it. They ripped the masks off at one point.
Yeah, they ripped the mask off. Matt Jackson got the... He had Brandon Cutler toss the bag over the cage, and he took out the Nike with the thumbtacks on the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was really I don't know if they ever did that at Ring of Honor, but I know they've done that in some PWG matches. And so they used that to bloody up the Lucha Brothers, and then eventually the Lucha Brothers were able to come back. I think they did some of those thumbtack spots on them. So everybody was bleeding.
Yeah.
And it's not like WWE where you got a cage match and then fucking somebody comes out and just opens the lock. And then they open the door and fucking throw all the weapons in there. These guys were like, yeah, let's just throw it over the top of the cage. And I was like, I've never seen that before. I don't watch those other ones like you guys do, but to me, when they threw this shit over the cage, I was like, oh, brilliant. You didn't have the ref come down with the fucking key and open the cage like in WWE. Lock him out! Oh yeah, bring the key over here. Throw some weapons in there. And the referee's like, no. Like, yeah, call the match, ref. Fucking call DQ. It's over.
Yeah, it stepped away from the usual shit that the Elite normally does, where they all like get in there and cheat somehow. Instead, they actually try to make it so that the cage was preventing them from interfering as much as possible, but they found a way to get around it by tossing the bag over the cage.
And this guy jumped off the top. There were Canadian destroyers all night long, even in the Britt Baker match. I mean, man, these guys, telling you, I'm watching this match, I'm like, holy shit. Like, this match alone was worth the $50.
Yes.
And it's like everything else on this show was gravy after that. You know what I mean? It's very weird for somebody to say, hey, one match is worth $50. No, this match was worth $50. It really was.
They came out on top, man. They won the titles.
Hey, they gave the fans what they wanted. Isn't that shocking, Eli? They didn't beat your fucking heroes down and say, hey, fuck you, we stole your money.
Yeah, the outcome was amazing. The title change was well deserved.
This guy hugged his kid. He got blood all over his kids. If you're tuning in, you're like, oh, why are those kids bleeding?
This wasn't your like usual high spots type of match. Like each spot was like building up to the next. It wasn't just here's a fucking big finish. Here's a big
told the story with the spots instead of just doing spots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I know, like you can have Cornette be like, oh, they're doing spots, but when you're watching this, you're seeing why they're doing these spots.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're following what they're doing. It's got a pathway.
Yeah.
Unlike Sony's upgrade, but whatever. So the Lucha Bros win the tag team championships, the AEW tag team championships, and it was the best match on this show by far.
Yeah.
And I suggest anybody that doesn't watch wrestling watch this match.
Definitely.
And if you like wrestling and haven't watched it in a long time, watch this match.
A couple of things out now. Just really good, really dope live entrance with the Mexican rappers rapping for Lucha while Lucha Bros walk to the ring. And okay, I lost my train.
The battery's dead.
My Sega Saturn battery's dead in my head.
Yeah.
This thing lasts like 3 days.
I remember now.
Yeah.
So this is actually a rematch, and if you watch WWE for really long, you get burned out on rematches. AEW does it different though, because this was like their first match that Lucha Brothers and Young Bucks have done together in literally 2 years. And the thing with them is they deliver so well every time that you don't mind seeing this particular rematch every time. And unlike the E, they space it out, so you're not sick of it.
Yeah, and they do different things in the match. Like they had the $13,000 shoe with the thumbtacks on it. You know what I mean? They didn't break out a ladder or break out a table. They didn't do that shit. They had the guy throw the fucking bag over the cage. Guy didn't fucking go to the ref. Hey, ref, give me the key. Okay. WWE, the ref is like, here you go. Go inside. The cage is made to not let anybody in. Jesus Christ.
Great. Jackson's mustache job, hilarious.
Yeah, they're just dressing like dickheads just to annoy people because they're heels.
Yeah.
So instead of just doing heel promos and shit like that, they're just gonna dress like so weird. And again, it's different. You know what I mean? It's not like when Big Show turns heel fucking 5 minutes after he was a babyface. I didn't get my chicken tonight. Okay, so you turn heel because your food's late, and then when you get dessert, you're gonna turn babyface. Come on, man. This shit's so stupid.
Or Undertaker shoving Jim Ross's face in the Vince's booty.
Hey, we're gonna review that later this year.
Oh man.
Don't laugh about that. We gotta watch that shit.
Holy shit.
I like how in the promo for that they played scary music. So it was like rubbing his face and they played scary music.
It was very scary for Jim.
Yo, if I were Jim, I would have been like, when he puts his head back there, I would just punch his fucking ass right there. Beat the shit out of him. Kick him right in the dick. Everything's exposed right on the air. Fuck him. This guy took it. I can't believe he took it.
Good.
Best match on the show. So there you go. Then we got the Casino Battle Royale because you had to bring the people down. You couldn't just throw CM Punk on after this. They would have been dead.
Yeah.
You had to bring it down a little bit with the Casino Battle Royale. All the women enter. Then the Joker debuts. Ruby Riot. I'm sorry, Ruby Soho.
She's Ruby Soho now.
I put Riot in my notes by accident.
Ruby Riot's the WWE slave name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist anymore. Which, by the way, Liv Morgan on Twitter posted Ruby Soho hashtag. So there you go. Someone might be getting fired tomorrow.
Yeah, the cuts are coming.
Yes, more cuts are coming. That's right. Apparently, they cut catering, so now wrestlers are eating vending machine food. I hope they like
What?
Kit Kats and soda. That's going to be eating.
They probably get Uber Eats to the arena.
They will probably be fired for that. So Ruby Soho debuts. Everyone's going crazy. And she throws out the last few people. Last person being Thunder Rosa. And she wins her debut in the Casino Battle Royal. And she has a scheduled title match against Britt Baker in the future. And she will be on Dynamite to speak about her win.
Hell yeah.
And cut a shoot promo on the company. And then I can read how Ric Flair is so classy because he kissed Triple H's ass in Mexico and was on the fucking train with the lady. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, Ric Flair cut the nice promo about Triple H in NWA. What was it? 79? The 79 fucking pay-per-views?
Yeah, 73, yeah.
In the 79 years they've been in business. The 79 times they come back to life.
So that was their 73rd show, apparently.
73. So there you go. Well, that's Flair's age. That's name it after his fucking age.
Wow.
So it looks like we're getting MJF versus Ric Flair.
Yeah, he had the Ric Flair trunks, legit. MJF in the style of how he used to wear the
Ric
RF.
Flair.
And he had a robe, a Mickey Mouse robe, not the Ric Flair robe. It's happening. We're gonna get to that actually next. So what do you guys think about Ruby Soho real quick, and then we'll get to Jericho versus MJF.
Loved it. That's what I wanted. For her to debut as a Joker, and it happened.
They finally got that right too, because they've had other women debut not as the Joker, and then the Joker was always a letdown. They got it right this time. Finally. Eli, what'd you think?
I'm stoked. I'm happy. I have that she's in here. She's diversifying, the women's division now a little bit more. It gives you more, gives you a more, diverse women's roster now. Now they can have, the singles matches, the tag match, whatever they want to do with her.
Here's what I hate about these fucking people with the WWE reject thing. Look, these people are wrestlers, okay? They're going to go to different feds back and forth. She's been in wrestling for a long time. Okay?
Yeah, she started
the indies for
a long fucking time. So she's there now. She's going to train these girls. She's going to teach these girls, like, hey, these are how matches are laid out. Hey, here's what we have to do to make the matches better. So it's not like a WWE reject is coming into AEW to take another payday. Literally, she's going to be coming in and helping these girls learn how to work.
They did nothing with her in fucking WWE.
No, they locked her up.
This is like basically her payoff, for all that bullshit she had to deal with.
To me, she comes off like a modern day Molly Holly, where she wants to get back to the business, but she just never got to the level of a Molly Holly. Mm-hmm. Now she has that chance to do that, so it's good. Definitely, it's good that she's in there.
It was appropriate too that they made her the Joker, because I think one of her last attire she wore before in her last match was a Joker attire. So that was kind of funny. But that's cool. I'm glad. I'm happy we finally get to see her, do her thing on the big stage, which is again what we've been waiting and what these guys have been waiting for years. All these guys thought WWE were gonna put them on and exhibit them at the big time, and
45-minute fucking matches with 10 commercial breaks.
yeah,
99 kickouts of 15,000 fucking finisher. You know what I mean? I'm done with that shit.
This is their big time. They finally get to do what they were doing on a bigger freaking stage. You get to see all that stuff.
WCW getting like the top guys and debuting them. That was big back then. Tonight was even bigger. Tonight surpassed all that. Because this is like this is different. Like when WCW was doing that shit, WWF wasn't an enemy. WWF was just a kiddie show. And it's like, okay, well, WCW is a wrestling show for adults. You're not going to take Doink the Clown. You're going to grab Kevin Nash and you're going to make him Kevin Nash. You're going to let him do his thing. He's not going to be fucking going out there with Roseanne's music with the fucking sunglasses and a glove on his fucking... He's going to go out there and beat the shit out of people with a baseball bat and Nitro. You know what I mean? And Razor Ramon's not going to be eating fucking dinner outside. So, hey, I could fucking wrestle and he's eating steak. Like, you're not going to see that shit. You're not going to show up and beat someone up. You know what I mean? So, now you have the enemy, which is WWE, unfortunately, to the fan base. Because they've been bitch slapping us for years and we've been watching, hoping it got better, and it never got better. And I finally jumped off of that. It's like, dude, I'm done. And we read the stats the other day. I don't know if you guys heard the stats or read the stats about the rematches.
160.
160 rematches this year so far.
Just this year.
Just this year. AEW was what, 15? 20? Something
15.
like that? I got the stats here. Just gotta look them up. It's crazy.
Imagine how many rematches they did last year.
Imagine how many more rematches they're going to do the rest of this year. That's 10 times the amount of rematches. You'd realize that, right?
Yo.
Jesus.
And that's just for this year. 2021.
Wow.
And I'm like, holy fuck. Thank God I don't watch that anymore. Yeah, okay. AEW up until this point. Up till before this pay-per-view tonight, AEW in the year 2021 has had 16 rematches. Main roster WWE, which is Raw, SmackDown, and pay-per-view, 160 this year in 2021. 10 times the amount.
That's
Look,
crazy.
just because Vince McMahon has dementia doesn't mean I fucking do. Okay? SmackDown and Raw must be like perfect in the nursing homes. Because these old fucks are probably, I never saw this shit before.
Yeah, it's new to them.
New to
every
them.
time.
New to Vince and his fucking age group, I guess.
Crazy.
Look, I like WWE, okay? They were great. But something happened. They ran out of fucking ideas at one point, and again, we talk about this all the time. Once they ran out of creative, they put the emphasis on work rate. And now the fans that are watching are like, well, this guy can't work, that guy can't. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Half these guys can work, they just don't work to the way that you hold them up to work. And the WWF, for all these fucking idiots out there, was never the work company. It was always WCW. WWF was the kiddie company that made dolls and marketed and made these guys into things. Icons, pop culture, all that shit. And for everyone that says, well, AEW stealing all their talent. Yeah, you talk to fucking a guy named Vern Gagne who's gone. He's passed away right now. Talk to Greg Gagne, his fucking son. Why don't you go watch the DVD WWE put out about the AWA where they flat out fucking admit that they stole all their people for WrestleMania 1?
It's not stealing if WWE is just willing to give them away just to cut costs.
Yeah, I know. Especially now, right?
Yeah.
Right. They gotta
But
cut
Vince,
costs in
back
their
in the
most
day,
profitable year.
Nitro rated our talent. Really? They rated your talent? I think Bischoff waited till their contracts ran out and then signed them. Whereas WWF fucking called Hogan, who he was booked for Christmas Eve at AWA, and they're like, hey Hulk, don't go to AWA. We'll pay you extra not to show up. And Hogan's like, oh yeah, I'll take that. Mean Gene fucking said, yeah, I took the money. I no-showed.
Vince was literally giving away Bret Hart to WCW. He was like, I can't pay you what you want, so just go to fucking
that's
WCW.
bullshit, dude. That's fucking bullshit. Shawn Michaels didn't want him there. It had nothing to do with him not having money. He had the money to pay him. It was over the course of 20 years. You're telling me he didn't have fucking 10 grand a year to give this guy for 20 years? Get the fuck out of here with that. He could pay. He could bring in. What do you mean switch? Don't switch devices. What the hell's going on here?
You're frozen.
I froze. Hang on. I'm frozo. Let me make sure my audio is still going. All right, we're good. That was bullshit.
Yeah, right.
Shawn Michaels just didn't want him there, so Vince was like, all right, get rid of one of them. Oh, wait, that one's not fucking me. Get rid of the other guy.
Shawn Michaels. Yeah.
That guy, he almost ruined a lot of wrestling. He ruined Vader's run. He ruined Shane Douglas's big run.
Shane Douglas.
He was going to be a huge star, Eli.
He ruined Shane Douglas.
He was going to be bigger than Hulk Hogan.
Him and Ric Flair.
He was going to be bigger than Ric Flair and Hogan. Good old Shane Douglas.
Yeah.
Everyone did everything to him. He did nothing to nobody.
Franchise.
He was lucky he was even somewhat popular in fucking ECW.
They didn't even like him in ECW.
They liked him for Francine.
Yo, remember he tried to leave WCW for WWF? And they
they
let the Radicals in.
with the Radicals.
He's like right behind him on the line. They're like, all right, you can come in, you could come in. And then he's like, yeah, we're going in. And then they're like, wait, you can't come in here. And he's like, what? What?
He's like your friends. They go to the club and then you get left outside.
He went right back to fucking, what was it, Bill Bush in WCW? He's like, I can't get a job at WWF. And they're like, all right, we're gonna give you like, I don't know, $5,000 like a week. $5,000
I didn't even
a year or whatever. Yeah, he thought he was on the level as all those guys, and he was just going to walk into WWF in 2000, and they were like, nope. Where are we here? I lost traffic. Okay, so we talked about Casino Battle Royale. Now the final fight. Chris Jericho versus MJF. If Jericho loses, he can't wrestle anymore in AEW. You knew he was going to win this because he ain't going to fucking be done yet.
Yeah, he's not done.
So they do the swerve where MJF actually beats him. Jericho puts his foot on the rope, like Sid Vicious and Benoit from the Sold Out, because they didn't trust Benoit and they didn't tell him that Sid was going to put his foot on the rope. They did that to cover their own asses, and they actually played that clip on Nitro when Benoit didn't show up with the belt. They did that here. Aubrey counted to 3, didn't realize his foot was on the rope. Referee came down, told her. I thought they were going to play it on their phone and show her, but no. Justin Roberts came up with the microphone. So, hey, the match is restarted. And they kept telling the story the whole night about MJF's back. And I was like, he's going to put the walls on him at some point, and he's going to tap. Restart the match. They do a couple of roll-ups. Puts the walls on him, puts the knee on the back. He taps the fuck out. It's over. Great story. The match is all right. Because it's Jericho. MJF was good. He was ready to go. He was spry. He was running around. Jericho, this guy's got to lose like 75 pounds. And it's coming from a fat guy, but I don't wrestle. I'm not on TV every fucking week. That guy is. If you're paying me $100,000 a week or whatever the fuck he's making, I will lose 75 pounds for you. Don't worry. This guy's got to stop drinking beer and shit. What he's doing after work over there. But yeah, man, he wins the match. They told a great story as far as that's concerned. And you guys can go ahead.
Yeah, one thing I noticed about Jericho is some weeks like he'll actually like his abs will be attacked, but then like he'll have dad bod the next. And I have this joke: the abs and the dad bod are always having a battle of wits.
They're trying to figure out how to like coexist with each other.
Just can't.
Well, it's my week to be on TV. No, it's mine.
Yo, he's probably doing steroids to get the abs. And then he fucking runs out of a prescription and he's got to wait like a few more days and then the abs shrink back down. I don't fucking know. Or he's just fucking working out and then he's drinking 3 days after he works out.
Yeah, probably.
He's doing some crazy shit over there. Yo, with all that, with the house that he's got and everything, he can't build a gym downstairs.
Yeah. And then he was so drunk he lost the belt.
the night I was there.
Oh yeah.
It's 2 years ago this week.
Uh-huh.
So there you go. The night he won the title, he lost it. I could have found it when I was over there.
Oh, that would have been dope.
He was at the steakhouse in front of our hotel. We were in Schlongberg, fucking Chicago or Indiana, whatever the fuck it was called. Let me tell you something. If you want to go to prison, go to that hotel. There was no Wi-Fi. It was all dead because there was a million people using it. There was no wired internet there. The room was dead ass small. And we were like, fuck. And you literally open it and you
There
see
are bars on the windows too.
No, there weren't bars, but you open the window and you can see the other. It's like in a square section, so it looks like I'm in a prison. And we were like, dude, like we were supposed to stay an extra day. And we're like, we gotta go. We gotta get in that car. And we gotta go. We gotta go somewhere where there's fucking nothing is open after like 10 p.m. They close everything.
Damn.
We found a McDonald's in like an alleyway. Okay. Everything, Walmart was closed. Everything was fucking closed at 10 o'clock. And me and Frank are like, yo, how the fuck are we gonna like live? Like we can't even get snacks or anything.
How are we gonna live?
Just it was bad. So we got in the car and we're like, yo, I have family that has a house in Indiana. I was like, we could drive back to the house and stay there, or we could just keep fucking driving. Frank was like, let's just try to keep driving. I drove all the way to Youngstown, Ohio, which is like right at the beginning of Pennsylvania. We drove all that way just to get out of there. We stayed overnight in Youngstown. The next day, 6 hours through PA, we were home. Boom, done. But holy fuck. When we were in Youngstown, Ohio, everything was open. We were there at 11 o'clock at night. Me, Frank, and Jeff were like, yo, we're hitting Taco fucking Bell. You got Walmart that's open. We're going to go to Walmart, get some drinks. Went back to the hotel. I got these guys their own room. I got my own room. We went in one of the rooms and we were watching fucking The Blind Guy on YouTube.
The Blind Guy.
I forgot that guy's name. Oh, God. The blind dude. Hang on.
Fuck, I forgot his name.
Let's promote his channel here. I can find it real quick. But, yo, that hotel is... And I guarantee you they were staying there tonight. Because I think the Sears Center is now called the Now Center. Because Sears is like bankrupt pretty much. So they can't afford to have their own center anymore, I guess. Blind Guy.
Yeah, they deserve it.
Oh, Tommy Edison. He's the first guy that comes up when you type in Blind Guy.
Tommy. Yeah, it was him.
There he is. So, yeah, we were watching him go to the aquarium and the fish were biting his fingers and he's like, what is that? And the guy's like, don't worry. The guy has no fingers left. Puts him in a fish tank.
He puts him in the piranha tank. This will bite me.
All right, so MJF wins, but Jericho's like on the ropes. Match restarted. Jericho wins with the walls. So what do you think, Eli, about the finish and the match?
Good finish, good story. Not much to say about it. It finally, it wraps up the whole thing with MJF. So hopefully, maybe they'll move him on to something else. Or
it looks like they're moving him on the flare.
So we'll see. That's really all I got to say about it. I love MJF. He's great heel. He's a great young guy, and can't wait to see him win a belt.
Do you think they put Conrad in that storyline?
Conrad. They need to put Conrad in something.
Yo,
Conrad,
put him on, let me tell you something.
Commentary.
You put that guy in suspenders. Keep him in his little suit, but he can beat the fuck out of people that don't pay their taxes or something. You didn't pay your mortgage, and then he beats the wrestler up. He could be a good big man, but he won't do that because he's a pussy.
Yeah, about that
one. Hit people with Subway sandwiches and shit.
So the next match, a big match, CM Punk versus Darby Allin. CM Punk comes out in tights, no longer shorts. I guess he's pulling the Hogan thing, where he doesn't want to wear tights. He doesn't want to wear shorts anymore. He wears tights. So are we
Yeah.
getting Hollywood CM Punk now, or what's going on here?
Hollywood CM Punk.
I was expecting the old Chicago flag trunks.
Yeah, me too. But he came out with this getup. We'll see
Yeah.
what happens. Maybe he'll figure it out. Maybe he'll change him back. Maybe he won't. Maybe this is the new CM Punk. It's like the New Adventures of He-Man, where he wears fucking pants.
No Adventures of CM Punk. He's in space.
The Deke version of CM Punk.
Yeah. Deke version.
Hey,
Yeah, we're getting a lot of we're getting the Sunbow and the Deke
we need
versions.
we need the Sunbow CM Punk in AEW.
You get the CM Punk with the basketball shorts from Ring of Honor.
Well, there was a man with basketball shorts, but he's the champion of developmental right now, which is going to air on Nickelodeon on September 15th.
Oh man. God damn.
I heard they're putting celebrities on NXT next week.
Celebrities. Oh my God.
The wrestlers, the celebrities?
They're doing an actual segment with celebrities on NXT next week.
Why? What's the fucking point? It's over, man. NXT's the new Sunday Night Heat.
I told you guys, what was it, 5 years ago, to DVR that shit. it's over.
Yeah.
So CM Punk comes out. Well, Darby comes out first, which I like his little Mickey Mouse Videotron. Which, for everyone listening, it's not a Titantron. Titan is Titan Sports, which is owned by WWE. They were the parent company of WWE, which is why it's called Titantron. I hate when I watch fucking YouTube and it says, "Oh, the Young Bucks Titantron." It's like, no, that's not a Titantron. You can call it the Contron. And in Turner, WCW was actually called Turner Vision.
Mm-hmm.
But Goldberg's WCW Titantron. It wasn't a Titantron. This Titan is Titan Sports, okay? I've had enough with these stupid idiots online. AEW doesn't have a Titantron. They have a Jumbotron. Or call it the Contron.
Jumbotron, Contron, whatever.
The Jacksonville Jaguars Tron.
But I like, he's got to get rid of that fucking jacket. He looks like Hugh Hefner with the fucking little tigers on his little fucking jacket, and he's coming out with his hair all fucked up. I'm like, whoa, this guy has sex with a bunch of women before he walked out here? What the hell's going on here? It's Tony Khan over there. He's got to get a new those little Jaguar faces, they just look bad. So, yes, I like Darby's video that plays with the Mickey Mouse looking version of him. I think they should show that on our screen right before he comes out. Like, they show it on their screen, then they cut to our screen with it playing, and then they cut to the smoke as he's coming out. That's what they should do, but who the hell am I? Then CM Punk comes out. He kneels down. He starts crying. He does the clobbering time. Everyone's going crazy. The crowd was with him with the clobbering time. Match is good. It's kind of slow, but hey, look, the guy's getting in the ring for the first time in 7 years. But I think the pacing was slow also because they're trying to tell a story like Darby's ready for him, but Darby isn't really that ready for him. And
not ready.
Yeah. And Punk is ready to fight Darby, but is Punk ready to fight Darby? Like, you know what I mean? Like they were both like cautious of each other. That's the story of this match.
Yeah.
So
Punk hasn't wrestled in 7 years, and
the pacing was a little slow, but it picked up really towards the end. Like it really got crazy towards the end. So many GTSs that almost happened because Darby fucked up, and that's the story that he fucked up because he would get out of it and go out of the ring and be like, fuck, like he's like fucking arguing with himself, like he almost got caught.
Yeah. He slipped up.
Yeah, and he should have known better, and then there are points where Punk is like, fuck, I should have known better, and it was a back and forth.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys thought. Jesus, I'll start with you. What'd you think of the match?
Yeah, even though it was kind of slow, it did tell that story that needed to be told, and it is really good to see CM Punk just back in a wrestling ring, period. especially after all the WWE drama and him being in the E and now being in AEW. Second thing was like just with the appearances he's been in and coming out at the end of these shows, you see how happy he is. Like he's smiling more now, whereas he definitely wasn't doing that over there because of him being sick and everything like that. And this is what not only myself, but I always talked about this with you all the time. And this is what everybody wanted. Like we wanted to see him like be the star that he should have been, and and to be in this company where that wants to usher the change in wrestling that he talked about in the pipe bomb promo.
Yeah.
And I think now that he's there, he's definitely gonna be a front runner in leading that change because the company is just gonna get bigger and better with them adding more dope people to the roster, and we'll get to the ending later on, but yeah, this was definitely the kick in the ass that not only AEW needed, but just pro wrestling needed in general. And with this match, it told the story it needed to be told, and I'm sure that as Punk gets back into the groove of things, he'll have much better matches and he only has like nothing but great talent to work with too. So I think they're gonna make him better. He's gonna make them better.
Yeah.
Eli, go ahead.
This was, again, his debut back since, 7 years. You couldn't expect I didn't expect a lot from CM Punk. If you remember Christian, he came back and, he had his problems in his first match and everything. But I think that'll.
He had a really botchy match, Christian's first match back. And then I'm reading on the internet, he had the best match in the fucking last 10 years. I'm like, what? It's not the fucking match I saw. I saw this guy, he couldn't breathe. He couldn't catch his breath. But Christian, I saw the match for Kenny Omega, what was it, like a week or two ago, where he won the title? Perfect. That's Christian. That's exactly who he was and what he was. He got back into the groove a little bit there. He was perfect.
Yeah, Punk, just, he needs a couple more, maybe a few more sessions over wherever he's training at, and he'll get back in his groove again. When you've been working as long as he has, it comes back to you. You don't need to be training as long. So
the only person
once he gets
that I've seen jump right back in is The Rock.
Yeah.
That motherfucker would be gone for 3 years. He'd come right back. Boom. He was ready to go.
He's The Rock. Like, he's still, his thing.
It's amazing how that guy just fucking. I'm back after fucking 10 years, and he fucking starts whooping ass, and I'm like, holy shit. Mm-hmm. Even with all the muscle that the guy gained over the last few years, this guy's ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. It was great. Seeing Punk again, it's pretty much what we've been waiting for the last 7 years. When's this guy coming back?
How ironic is it? This motherfucker, the week this guy comes back, Triple H loses control of NXT. Right? Karma's a bitch, right?
Poetic justice.
Coming back.
Oh yeah,
it's coming back to bite him, man. The last freaking 7 years.
We knew it. We knew this shit was gonna happen because he said that they were a pissant company. And we were like, yo, motherfucker, are you willing to wager on that one? Are you willing to wager on that fucking thing?
Just wait, NXT UK.
When we saw the first Double or Nothing, we were like, yo, they got money. Like, we're good.
Yeah, man, I feel bad. They shut down the Japan division. They were gonna do like a stuff over there and touring, and that's why they were hiring all these Japanese wrestlers. And now
you don't say shit like that because look, it came back to bite him, and his father-in-law fucking came at him.
Yeah,
it's not like McMahon dropped dead and then everyone took over like we assumed it was gonna happen. No, his father-in-law shut him down. And we're like, yo, motherfucker, why am I paying for all these people that are 3 feet tall? Nope, done. Bruce, you're taking over. Heyman, you're taking over. Mr. Khan, you're taking over. All these motherfuckers are taking over. And that's it. It's over. It's a done deal. Now we have it on Nickelodeon, and children will be happy with face paint. With
wait till he's able to travel to the UK.
Finger painting with Johnny Gargano and his librarian wife.
Yeah.
Dude, he looks like a kid that fell in love with his librarian, his teacher.
Shit.
Anyway, I'm sure he's going to show up in AEW at some point when he realizes that Daddy and Daddy don't love him anymore. What is it, Daddy 1 and 2? Wrestling Dad 1 and 2? What a fucking loser, dude.
Yeah, Triple H for him now. All that ass kissing for nothing.
Yeah, I don't do that. Come on.
Where do they find these people? Like, for real?
Evolve.
You think
apparently.
Brock Lesnar calls Triple H and Shawn Michaels Daddy 1 and 2?
Right.
Brock Lesnar will fuck those guys up and be like, yeah, fuck
They
you
call
guys.
Brock Lesnar daddy. Shit.
Yeah, Brock don't even like nobody.
Or he doesn't. Even though I see him like take pictures with everybody and he's smiling and shit, but I don't know.
I've always heard him say like he just wants to do his match or his appearance, whatever, and then just go home
Yeah.
and hunt.
Yeah, he doesn't call Vince McMahon, oh, Daddy, do you have any matches for me? I want to make some more money. Like, Vince calls and it's like, all right, where am I going? Well, you're getting on the plane, you're going to Minnesota. All right, I'll be there, see ya. And he hangs up on him. He doesn't even finish talking to him. He doesn't go, Daddy, you called. Yo.
I mean, he's cool with stars like Austin and Rock and Goldberg and them, but
yeah, well,
like,
those are his friends. Have you seen the photos of all of them? Literally, all of them going to UFC together.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Austin, Goldberg, and Rock would go to Lesnar's UFC fights, and they would sit in the skybox together. And then Lesnar would go up there and be like, "Hey guys, you want to go to the steakhouse? I'll pay for everything." They're a bunch of fucking like nerdy guys, but they're old. They're old fucks. You know what I mean? They're not going to say, "Oh, we have to call Daddy first and ask permission."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. I never understand. I hope Tony Khan doesn't take that guy. I
Or he
really
just
don't.
goes to Ring of Honor and just doesn't. We don't hear from
Ring
him.
of Honor. He's gonna go to Impact. Let him fight fucking Zack Ryder and his wife because they think they're megastars now, right?
If he goes to Impact, then we're gonna hear from him in AEW. We might use him for something.
Nah, it's all right. Maybe go to NWA. Nobody will see him there.
Yeah. Ring of Honor and NWA. Those are the two places he could go to.
I don't want this guy to call Tony Khan his dad. You know what I mean?
Oh
That'd
God.
be fucking creepy.
Yeah. Dad.
Yeah. At least Kenny, Cody, and the Bucks, they're their own men. They don't do that.
Yeah, you think they call Tony Khan like Daddy? Why the fuck do you call your boss Daddy? I don't get it. Talk about kissing their butts, man. Holy shit. He should just fucking say, hey, I'm going to kiss your ass, okay? So can you keep me on the roster? Jesus Christ almighty. He ain't going to call Bruce Pritchard Daddy because that motherfucker, he's going to be like, I'm sorry, what did you call me? And then he'll lie to Vince and say he said something stupid.
Oh my God.
That's another thing, too. Anyway, it's just ironic that Triple H, the man that wanted to fire The Rock, John Cena, who the fuck else?
Edge.
Everyone.
Edge, right? Remember he said that.
Booker T.
Remember he said that these guys weren't going to be the top guys ever.
Yep.
And then Edge fucking hates his ass. Goldberg, he buried Goldberg, he buried Steiner. Booker T to an extent. Booker T was supposed to win that Mania match at 19. Oh, but Goldberg's coming in, so I'll lose to him. Okay, hey, Goldberg's coming in, Booker. Right? He's going to lose to Goldberg. He loses to Goldberg at the end of the year. And nobody cared. So you threw away that WrestleMania moment for a match that nobody cared about because you killed the fucking guy at SummerSlam the month before, Goldberg. It all came back to bite him. And China, it all came back. So, fuck him.
Yeah.
Let him, good luck with your fucking little finger painting federation on Nickelodeon. And have a good one.
Yeah, and then they had to make amends with Goldberg just to give the company some more relevancy again.
Well, he's the last star. He's the last guy left. And Vince is like, fuck, I don't know how to make stars anymore. Let's call Goldberg. He still looks good. Get him on TV. He's in shape. Remember Beyond the Mat? The guy, Terry Funk's friend, he's like, I gotta be in shape in case they call. What's his name, Dennis or something? That's Goldberg Dennis. Now. He's like, gotta be in shape unless they call. And they actually called him.
I haven't seen that in a while.
He passed away recently, too.
Yeah, a few years ago. That guy, that Dennis guy. But that's what I think of when they bring back Goldberg now. And I like Goldberg. And I don't have a problem with him coming back, but new talent.
Oh, he cut out. I thought he cut out forever.
Uh-oh. Am I here still?
I cut out.
No. Show's ruined.
No, the show's not ruined because I'm still recording. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good now.
The fans get mad at Goldberg, but it's Vince's fault. Vince didn't create any stars. He created John Cena, and that was it. Then Cena got old, and he's like, go do movies. Okay. We're gonna build Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar for the next 15 WrestleManias. It's gonna be the biggest match of all time. 15 times. It's like, dude, come on. Like, just, I don't know. And you see Orton and fucking Jeff Hardy on TV again. It's like, what the fuck is this shit? Anyway, so CM Punk won this match with the GTS. Can you hear me? Okay. Sting comes out to comfort Darby Allin. Sting shakes CM Punk's hand. What?
Comes out the Cult of Personality.
Is that Sting's 53rd clear and clear with crowd noise? Does that count as Sting's theme to these fucking guys? 20 years ago, 20 years ago, I used to be part of BW2. It was a message board with wrestling music. Dude, if The Undertaker came out and they played the Raw theme by accident, that counted as Undertaker's 53rd theme song with crowd noise. So that's like the joke now that we make online. If they play someone's music by accident.
I remember downloading songs back in the day, and it would be like Undertaker's like 50th theme, and I'd be like, "What?" And I click on it, I download it, and then
with crowd noise, CNC crystal clear with no noise.
It'd be the Monday Night Raw theme. I'm like, what? When the hell did this happen?
Sting came to the ring to Cult of Personality.
Yep.
We have Fred in the chat room, by the way. Shout out to Fred.
Hey, what up?
Fred.
Then they shook hands, and Darby shook hands with CM Punk, which is what we figured they were gonna do. Make Darby look good, make Punk look good. Those three guys didn't run out though. I thought maybe those guys were gonna run out and fuck them up at the end.
They did that too many times.
Yeah. Which is probably gonna be a tag match on fucking Rampage or Dynamite or something. Sting and Darby and Punk versus those three guys. Who the fuck knows?
Teddy Long's wet dream come true.
They gotta bring Teddy Long.
Bring him in.
Yeah. Have him make a tag team match.
Just have him come in to make the tag matches.
I'm good with that. He can totally come in and do that. He should come in.
Or he can manage some.
Like a what?
Or he could manage somebody.
Yeah, you're right. Why isn't he there? They got all the fucking people. They got Vicky. They got everybody. Why don't they have him? Don't put him on commentary. You know what I mean? Rampage is gonna have 16 people on commentary by next week.
No, he's better talking for people.
Yeah.
I like when Christian won on Rampage and Mark Henry's like, oh, I gotta go, and Tad's just like, where are you going? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like
you know what Teddy advantage? Private Party.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah,
you get WCW Teddy Long.
Enough of the Matt Hardy shit, man. This guy's fucking stupid. He's doing delete and he's dressed like V1, and I'm like, dude, what are you? And again,
money making mad or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, fucking Deke.
Is he a rapper?
No, Deke.
Making mad.
Deke G.I. Joe Matt. Fucking.
Yeah.
He's a bootleg version of himself.
Yo, guys, look up the Sunbow G.I. Joe. Watch one episode, and then watch one episode of the Deke G.I.
No,
Joe.
just watch.
Not even. Just watch the intros.
No, just Google image it, okay? And you'll see the
Yeah.
big difference. You'll be like, holy shit.
Oh man.
That's like Matt Hardy right now. But yeah, you know what? Teddy Long with Private Party would be good. But Teddy Long's got to be, I guess he could be like their manager, like the music manager of Private Party.
Yeah.
I do.
Manage Ron Simmons and everything. Like he was great, like in WCW.
Ron Simmons managing fucking Private Party. What the fuck?
No, he went Teddy Long managed Ron.
You just hear damn, and then the Private Party theme hits.
Can manage him too.
Maybe he could play their dad. Like, damn kids, always sneaking out of the house, going to these damn clubs.
Private.
Show me respect. Oh,
Show me
man.
respect.
Yeah, remember the Super Nintendo game when you keep saying that for some reason? All right, so that was that, and then a match I totally forgot was going on: Paul White versus Carrie Holzman. I mean, Paul White versus QT Marshall.
Carrie Holzman. When you said that, dude, I was dying
Because he's wearing the Carrie Holzman shirts.
He's wearing the shirts.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yo, this match.
He said he broke his computer, and that's why the feud started. Big Show.
Okay, listen.
Oh man.
This match should have been on the pre-show. Here's what happened with the pre-show. They show you half an hour of CM Punk, and then they did a half an hour with the Jungle Boy match. Yo, do 10 minutes of CM Punk, and then do fucking 5 minutes of QT and Paul White. You know what I mean? This was on the pay-per-view. I was like, really? I'm waiting. The pay-per-view already went overtime, and I'm like, okay, we're going to be late for this show. Then they showed this match, and I'm like, wait, this is after the CM Punk match? Like, what?
No.
The Big Show main evented over CM Punk? And I'm like, whatever, dude.
Yeah, that was a weird ass decision.
And QT,
really...
dude, this guy's like a fucking created wrestler turd guy. Like, this guy to me isn't like a main event guy at all. This is like an underneath guy.
Star whatsoever. I know he's the homie.
Dude, he looks like my neighbor. And then whenever he gets hit in the ring, he's like, oh. Like, I'm like,
yeah, now he dresses like a Dollar Tree Tony Soprano.
Damn.
You know,
fuck out of here.
But he's Nick Dinsmore. I mean, I don't know what more he's like. You know, he's you know.
Are you calling him? Are you calling him slow?
No, I'm not saying like no, like he was like what Nick before he was Eugene when they just he's the guy who works with someone. You know, you want to make somebody look good, you give him the QT.
I thought
he'll let him
literally because at the time I thought maybe Big Show was just gonna punch him in the face and it was gonna be over. But they had an actual match. And I'm like, and then Big Show lied. He was like, I'm gonna use different attire. And he used the same attire, just a different color. Blue. And it's like, okay, so Big Show's doing the same shit. And Jim Ross only one time or maybe twice called him Big Show.
Everybody makes that mistake, though. Like, not even just him.
That's why people don't want to be the same character in roles in movies, because they don't want to be associated with that for too long. And like you said in the chat room, he's been Big Show for 25 years or whatever the fuck. You know?
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah, what do you want, you know? Just gotta slip up.
There's such thing in wrestling as too much damage, where once you've been the same thing for years and years, you can't really bounce back from it. And that's the problem that Paul White has.
Typecast.
Yeah.
When he left WWE in 2005, I was like, okay, he'll go to TNA as Colossus or something, just because it's not the Giant, it's not Big Show, it's something different. This guy never went there.
No.
This guy came back. I lost 100 pounds. He lost to Mayweather, and then he gained all the weight back. And he stayed there for 500 more years. And, and Paul White wins. And that was pretty much it. I don't understand the whole point of this. Why was this even on the show? They cut the Andrade match, which I was pissed about.
I was pissed too.
Originally they said they were going to get a replacement for Pac, and I'm like, all right, he's fighting Ric Flair. He's got to be fighting fucking Ric Flair. And then the match is just like, he did a promo really quick in the middle of the show saying, Pac, I'm going to pay for your airfare, so we will be wrestling on Friday. And I'm like, what? So Pac can't afford to fly to the United States? His opponent is going to pay. When have you ever heard of an opponent paying for another opponent to fly to the fucking match? You know what I mean?
Well, they're going to have it on Friday.
If he can get here. If not, I don't know. Andrade seems like he's willing to work with AEW, but if they screw something up, he looks like he's ready to walk.
I really freaking keep like finding out his itinerary number and canceling it. Like,
what?
Is he getting this info?
He's hacking into this shit.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? What are you talking about?
Hacking his itinerary. He's canceling fucking Pac's flights.
Yeah, during the build up to the match, like Pac would be at the shows, or like Lucha Bros would be late to the shows, and they would like insinuate that Andrade like fucked with their track.
Yeah, I'm like, how the hell did he get their number, like itinerary in order to do that shit?
What it would be funny if he comes out to the ring on Friday and that Flair comes out and goes, I canceled his flight. And he's like, I want to fight you. And then they fight or whatever. I don't fucking know. I don't think we should be seeing 79-year-old Ric Flair fucking wrestle, but he's going to. Yeah. So prepare for that. If you thought he needed a shirt in 2001, he's going to need a fucking bodysuit.
The final Dynamite is going to be Sting versus Flair again.
He's going to see CM Punk's gear. He's going to have to wear the long tights.
Please don't wrestle anymore, Ric Flair, please.
It should be illegal for him to wrestle.
I agree.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know Ric Flair.
Just Andrade is cool, but
yeah, but he's already got Chavo, you know. Like,
yeah, but
I guess he needs him, you know, as the interpreter.
Maybe they'll fucking drop Chavo. I don't fucking know. Hey, Chavo, go manage somebody else.
Well, I'm cool with Rick and Chavo all there with him because it makes him seem like he's a big deal. He has this big management team behind him.
He's got the entourage of legends.
Right.
I could see that. Because then, hey, you could do Andrade versus Darby, and you got Sting and Flair in their corners, and it's like, well, these guys have been feuding for fucking 40 years. Here are their proteges. You know, that could be kind of cool too.
Right. Yeah. And I'm glad that they switched out Vicky with Chavo.
Yeah. Yeah, Vicky needs to focus on Nyla Rose. I was going to say Nia Jax.
Definitely. Okay.
If they both got cut, I wouldn't get mad.
So, yeah, the Paul White thing. Paul White wins. Whoop-de-doo. I think the scariest thing in the match was the woo-woo in his song. More chops.
And then they had the Gun Club turn heel on him like a few days before.
Oh, yeah. We haven't even seen them in like weeks.
They were on Rampage.
Yeah.
They turned heel on him for no reason, and they didn't even come out with QT and his goons. So what was the point?
Punched QT, so QT got punched for like no reason.
I don't know if that's going to be like the next match or what.
Dude, this is 2001 again. Big Show and Billy Gunn. The one Billy Gunn versus the Big Show.
I don't need to see that.
The Shoguns or whatever.
Yeah, they were Shoguns. Remember that? That was stupid. Shoguns.
They samurai.
AEW. Go ahead.
They really want to use it as a special attraction. They need to get on the Big Show and or the Paul White and Shaq match.
They got to do it. That should have been his first match. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Not this QT mark. Look, cute to me, I apologize, but this guy just does not look like a star. He doesn't look like anything special. He literally looks like some dude that just walked in the arena.
I think they put White with him though, just like as a test. Just to see how he would work, period.
Right.
Mhm.
I,
I don't think he's going to be working as often. You know, he's going to be a once every now and then. I don't think the Big Show can
this
work
guy
like he
QT's got to
was.
do like the pre-shows or something. He's like the new Barry Horowitz. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
He is the Barry Horowitz of that company.
He is.
He is. He's just slightly bigger deal.
I hate when he
But-
gets hit and he's like, oh. Like he was like just born and hit by a truck or something. And I'm like, dude, this guy's like facial expressions suck. Oh, why am I here? Well, I don't know, because you
Yeah.
fucking wrestle. You know, that's why you're here. You're at work. Okay, enough burying that guy. A man I don't know. So we have
Yeah.
the AEW World Heavyweight Championship match. Christian Cage,
The
the
World
Impact
Heavyweight
Champion.
Championship.
Which, by the way, Christian shit all over the Impact title the night before at that fucking
Yeah, that fucking press conference.
that press conference. Yeah, he said, they said something, well, you're the Impact Champion. He's like, well, I'd rather focus on being the AEW Champion.
You're like, damn, just
He
completely
buried
ignored
that
it.
fucking title that he has.
Yeah, Impact is just open to be shit on at this point, just because of their fucked up history.
I'm shocked that company's going to be 20 next year. And we thought
Right.
they
I can't
weren't going to
believe
last
they
fucking
made it.
3 weeks.
Yeah, we would call it all the time that they were gonna announce that they were out of business, and they never happened.
Never have.
That's the joke on us.
Yeah.
Because the day we don't call it is the day they fold. I just stopped giving up on Impact. I think everyone did. Once you couldn't find what channel they're on, people just stopped. They're Canadian indie fed at this point. That's pretty much all.
Not
they
even
are.
in Canada. Are they still like? Well, are they doing
Yeah.
shows in Canada? Or are they taping in Nashville?
No, they're
I'm
owned.
confused.
They're owned by fucking that place.
Anthem, which is Canadian, but they're running shows in the U.S. I don't know. I guess
But they're Canadian based.
yeah.
Whether you like it or not, they're owned by the Canadians. So
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't go under from just paying Ken Shamrock.
the minute Anthem doesn't want it anymore, which they're probably going to keep it anyway because they have all sports on their shit. The minute they don't want it anymore, I'm sure either Tony Khan or fucking Billy Corgan are going to pick it up. Fold it.
Yeah.
They just have them merged or whatever.
Yeah, originally Tony Khan was like, yeah, we didn't want to buy them. We had a chance to buy them, but we didn't want to do that. We wanted to start fresh. I was like, well, that's good. But eventually, they're going to need to be bought out by somebody who's going to take care of the library and everything. So,
Right.
Christian Cage, the Impact Champion, versus Kenny Omega, the AEW Championship for the AEW World Championship. Hey, man, great match with these guys. A longer version of what we saw a couple of weeks ago at Rampage, where Christian beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was good. The story was good. There was a spot where Christian speared him through a table, and the piece of wood you saw slit Christian's stomach, and you saw the skin break.
Yeah.
I was like, that's gonna bleed. Then it started bleeding, and then some crazy shit was going on. Now my wife was watching the whole show with me. She loves Don Callis, who is Cyrus the Virus from ECW and the Jackal in the WWF. She loves his character.
Best manager in the game right now.
She loves the pink suit that he wears. And she just loves that he just acts like the way he acts. And I'm like, well, that's really how he acts. Because I've seen this guy for 20 fucking years.
It's Dodo. It's classic heel manager shit.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, Paul Heyman was popular like 10 years ago. I think this guy's more popular than Heyman. Heyman got played out. You know what I mean?
He did.
With Reigns and all, it's like you can't put Heyman with Reigns. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't work like that.
It was something that was always talked about by people, and they just did it too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That motherfucker should have turned heel when there was a crowd years ago.
Yeah. It just proves we were
heel. If he would have turned heel at that Rumble.
Let me tell you something. You guys both know this. Had they turned John Cena heel when he was still there, Roman could have been the fucking top babyface.
Yeah.
If Punk had left and Cena fucking said, you know what, fuck this company, and he turned heel, Roman steps up and be like, "Motherfucker, this is our company." And Cena's like, "Not. I've been undefeated for how many years now? I'm above everybody in this company. You have Roman go after him. Done. He's your top babyface." Cena leaves to go do movies. That's it. But no,
That could have been.
they did the fucking thing where we're gonna have two baby faces, and when this other guy's done, we're gonna put that other guy in that slot, and they fucking shoved it down everyone's throat. The fans were telling them which way to go. They were like, "Fuck the fans." And then when there's no fucking crowd, they turn the guy heel, and it's like, now I get why they did that, because they figured, okay, if this virus lasts a year, which it did, we have a year now that he's a heel. And then when the fans come back, they start booing him. I don't know what's really going on with that, but you should have turned the guy with the fucking fans. You should have either started him off as a baby against Cena, who turned heel, or you should have just turned this guy heel at some point. Yeah. Have him beat the fuck out of Cena. Cena's bloodied. He's gone. He's doing movies. And he ain't coming back for like 3 years. However long it's been.
Yeah.
It's simple stuff, but they just... Cena was a cash cow. They didn't want to lose a cash cow. They didn't want to do what they did with Austin. Turn him heel. Yeah. The only thing is, though, people wanted Cena to turn heel. Nobody wanted Austin to turn heel.
He just wanted Austin the way he was.
Yeah,
he was like a in-between guy. He wasn't really heel.
The whole thing with Austin was the blue-collar worker who fucking had enough from his boss. I mean, at the time, that's what was going on in America. Like, Office Space is the movie.
Uh-huh.
That was like the number one movie because people literally worked in the office and they were fucking tired of it. That's why the movie is like a cult classic and it's like number one, because that's what people were going through at the time. And Austin represented all that. The minute you have Austin shaking hands with the guy, it's over. Like, there is no more. And that's when people started jumping off. They're like, "Oh, this guy's not beating up his boss now. He's squeezing his ass and hugging him." He's like, "I'm not doing that. I'm going to leave." People left.
Yeah, and they do this like when The Rock goes to film another movie, so there's really no other credible babyface to really go up against him.
That's it. And they had Van Damme, which he was the next guy. But because some people with a big fucking nose didn't like him, he's out. And you got Kurt Angle out of it, and Kurt was pretty good. That was his time to shine as well, but man, the focus in 2001 with Austin should have been Van Damme and Kurt. And they put the focus on Kurt, but you had Austin walk out a year later. It should have come down to Kurt and Van Damme as the two top guys holding the company together. But hey, man, you get people with big noses that don't want to miss their Monday night.
If he would have tore his quad again that year.
He did tear his quad that year.
He did.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, 2001.
Yeah, he was out of it. Thank God. You know how much more that invasion would have sucked?
It would have been awful.
He would have been the leader of Team WWE. We all know Jericho took his spot in that invasion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's lesser of the evils.
Yeah, man.
I'm saying I wish he would have broke it again. Like, he comes back in 2002 when he breaks it again. he's out for another year.
He came back in 2002 and fucking got rid of Steve Austin, so he could start his shitty reign that nobody cares about.
Fucking Evolution destroying everybody.
With no faction opposing them, and I was like, this is done. Like,
no point for you guys to review 2002.
No, we're gonna review like WrestleMania 18 and probably Survivor Series because I was at that one. That's it. And in 2000, I think we're gonna wrap up with 2003 with the Austin Rock, like the final match. I think that's gonna be the final.
Well, that was the wrapping of the Attitude Era, right there.
Yeah, it was. That was it.
That was it.
That was the one because 20 was different. He really can't cover 20 anymore because the fucking guy was.
And neither of them ever gave the rub to anybody else.
Who?
Like they were never like after that point, like there was nobody like to pass the torch to. They never passed the torch.
Rock passed it to Cena. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like what? 20 years later,
he still passed it to him. He passed it to a guy that didn't need it though.
he was already at that point. Like he really.
Yo, I like how fucking in Miami, Cena does the elbow thing and goes like that, and I was like, motherfucker, you're dead. You are dead.
Yeah.
He hits the ropes, and this guy's up already, slams him. I'm like, done.
Rock just kicked right up. That was a good ending.
That was fucking
Yeah.
sweet, man. They gave everybody what they wanted in Miami, and that was it. And then when we went, whatever. Got his win back.
Oh,
But
the once in a lifetime, twice in a
we're
lifetime.
probably gonna stop at WrestleMania 19 and call it a day with all that old shit. So Kenny retains the title after a great match with Christian.
Killed each other.
They fucking went nuts on each other. By the way, he had a little Rudy Giuliani going on, Omega. He had wet his hair and the dye started coming down on his chest, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck. I don't think he realized that was going to happen, but there you go.
Look too much right there.
Probably put it on like right before he went out and then like wet him.
Well, he had some blue in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fresh.
Then Kenny gets on the mic. After the Elite come in, they fucking destroy this guy, Christian. They beat the fuck out of him. And Kenny gets on the mic. He goes, no one could beat me. Fuck the best in the world. Blah, blah, blah. This and that. And he goes, the only people that can beat me are retired. They're not in this company or they're dead. And everyone's like, ooh. And he's like, I said it. They're dead. Then the lights go out. And you're like, oh, shit. It's Daniel.
Sabu shows up in his... No, I'm kidding.
That would have been fucked up. If he fucking's like this in the ring.
Sabu, and he throws the chair. Then Sabu and Robin did him.
No.
Just Sabu.
Or Taz, the lights company's like this. in his old ring gear that doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Okay, so enough of the jokes now. So then
Yeah.
we're thinking it's Bryan Danielson. It is the debuting Adam Cole.
Baby.
And it's like, thank God this man has fucking ears. Because this guy had a meeting with Vince a couple of weeks ago about staying. And Vince tells the fucking writers, get something for him for the main roster. And then it comes out that Vince doesn't want the fucking small guys from NXT. And then it comes out that even though Vince told the main roster to write stuff for Adam Cole, they had no plans for Adam Cole. So thank the fuck Christ, this guy actually listened.
Yeah, not like Samoa Joe.
Not like our buddy Samoa Joe, who has this problem every fucking time. This is the second time he pulled this shit. People don't remember. He had a chance to leave TNA, and he fucking stuck by them. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And then they got rid of him, and he went to NXT. Now he's fucked because he went back to NXT after he was fired in April by Vince. Triple H brings him to NXT, and now Vince is running NXT. So Vince is probably going to be like, didn't I fire this guy in April? Why is he here? He's your champion. Oh, well, yeah, let's get rid of him. So he's going to be on his way out. And they could have had the trio. You could have Brian Punk and Samoa Joe. They'll probably be in AEW sooner or later. But this guy, it takes him a while to get the message.
Yeah.
He must owe somebody some money or something. I don't fucking know. Adam Cole debuts after listening to the fucking internet for the most part. And I'm like, he gets in the ring and he's looking at the Elite. And I'm like, dude, he's part of the Elite. There's no way that this guy's going up against the Elite. And then what does he do? He does the too sweet thing or whatever. And they're all fucking hugging. I'm like, all right, now Bryan Danielson's coming in. He what?
Yeah, he super kicked Jungle Boy to prove that he was still with the Elite. People thought that he would maybe like go against him because like he got fired from the Bullet Club and on BTE, like even though that's not like specifically Kanan with AEW, like
right.
They did the where like they poisoned him.
Shivani even made the comment. Like Adam Cole didn't forget what they did to him. And then they did. I'm like, there's no way this guy's not going to be joining the Elite. And he does the thing. He kicks Jungle Boy. He's in. They're all hugging. Omega gets on the mic again. Says the same shit. Then you hear Flight of the Valkyries. And then there's like some fucking like
The dope remix version though.
yeah, a remix of it in the middle of it. And you have Bryan Danielson come out. So not only did you debut two of the top fucking free agents in wrestling, you now have a story built around those two. Out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
So you did everything right, and you sent the fans home happy. This is from a fucking guy that was a fan of the fucking product. And I always say the guy needs a booker, but you know what, man? If he booked this show by himself tonight, bravo. This was the best pay-per-view in the last fucking 15, 20 years. By far.
Yep.
ECW One Night Stand was good. There's been a couple of good WrestleManias, and I mean a couple. And I think besides Double or Nothing, the first Double or Nothing, I mean, this topped that. I mean, nothing could beat the Cody and Dustin match, but you know what? This topped that show. It took them a long time to top their own debut, and they did.
Yeah, that's a criticism I always had. Like, there was always like something missing with All Out in particular.
Yes.
But I think with CM Punk coming in and with these new debuts, I felt like if they can pull all this off, then finally All Out can be like the phenomenal show it's supposed to be, and that's what it was tonight.
They needed stars. And they had their own guys, which is good, but you need the star power. You need to get people to watch your product. This company is now legitimized because of these stars coming in. Just like when Hogan and Savage came in the WCW, that legitimized the fucking show. You had Flair there, but to be honest, people from New York ain't going to watch Ric Flair. People from New York were going to watch WCW because it's like, oh, Hogan and Savage are over there. There's a new story for these guys somewhere else. They continued their own lives in a different company. You have CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, and Adam Cole continuing their lives in a new company. So you're like, fuck, I want to see that now. CM Punk, the story is the same. Like, he literally just comes in as CM Punk, like nothing's ever happened. Nothing ever happened at all. He doesn't come in as Phil, the Candy Man, or the Ice Cream Man, and he's got fucking different music. Like, it doesn't work like that. He's picking up where he left off, literally. And that it's perfect. Everything is just flowing right in. This company is being legitimized by these stars coming in. And the people saying, "You ex-WWE guys, go fuck yourselves. These guys are wrestlers." What do you want to do? I mean, if you get fired from retail, that's all you know. You're going to go get a job in a retail. If you get fired from a restaurant, you're going to go to another restaurant and get a job. You know what I mean? I don't think these people understand. You know, these fucking 700-pound lawyers in their mom's basements. So, whatever, guys. I don't know. But that was probably the best pay-per-view they've done since Double or Nothing the first. And this, I would give this show, I mean, yes, we had a few criticisms of it. I'd give the show a 10 out of 10. I mean, this is the beginning of the new...
Same.
A new wave of wrestling. I mean, wrestling's back now.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to be like it was back in the 90s for sure, but as far as, okay, there's a place to go now to watch wrestling, this is it.
Wrestling is in a good place to continue.
Yes. I think when WWE is going to wrap up at some point, when somebody buys it, they got a lot of work to... WWE has a lot of fucking work to do. A lot of work.
They don't want to do it.
They don't want to... They have the money to do it. They don't want to do it. They don't want to feed the wrestlers now. I mean, what the fuck is this shit now?
Ridiculous.
That's probably why Big Show left. He was like, fuck, they're going to cut catering. I got to leave. I got to eat.
Well,
but
yeah, so Jericho better re-sign another deal then.
Yeah, and you know what? Even though I have criticism of him personally, he needs to really get in shape if he re-signs, and he's got to really get out there. Look, he's good at what he does, but at the end of the day, when you're getting paid that type of money, you got to get in shape.
Yeah. At least Vince would have enough brain cells not to let him go on TV like that.
Oh no, he would not be put on TV at all. No fucking
Yeah.
way.
No.
And I guarantee you, he'd be back on TV by now in shape.
Yeah.
Because Vince would have told him in 2019, like, yo, motherfucker, you better go home and build a gym, or you come here and you fucking work out here for 6 months to the personal gym or whatever. He's got to do it. Maybe he's got problems. I don't know. We all have problems in our lives. I don't know what the fucking deal is, but this guy's got to at least slim down 75 pounds. He said he did DDP yoga. Do it. Buy the fucking app again on your phone and do it.
And do that shit again.
Go to his fucking accountability place, the hotel, the fucking whatever, the bar he works at, and live there. Stay with Stevie Richards over there and have this guy train you for fucking 6-7 weeks.
Yeah. Did wonders for Scott Hall and Jake the Snake.
Yeah, Jake the
Get in
Snake looks like a
shape
different
again,
guy
man.
now. Whenever I used to look at Jake the Snake, I'd be like, wow, that's the 80s. Now I look at Jake the Snake, I was like, holy shit, this guy's a cleaned up old dude. And Hall, yeah, he looks like old Steven Seagal now. So there you go with him. But this show was perfect. They sent the fans were happy all night. The show was lit. Everything was good. That's pretty much it. This is what wrestling should be. It should be fun.
Yes.
It shouldn't be like, oh my god, they did this. Oh my god, they did that. Oh my god, this guy didn't win. Oh my god, this guy's winning again. And like, what the WWE was all negative. The bad guys always won. It's like the fans were like so fucking tired of it. And then when the good guy would win, they take it right away from the guy immediately. And they're like, well, it's about the chase. It's like, it's about the chase until the guy gets the belt. It's not about the chase for like 6 years and the guy never gets the belt.
Yeah, you can't restart the chase over and over again.
Yeah, and like, look at Bryan Danielson, okay? They beat the fuck out of this guy. Literally on pay-per-view every month with that authority storyline. And the only reason why they put him in the main event was because that yes thing got over and the fans complained. They beat the fuck out of that guy for a year and they were going like, all right, we're going to do Batista and Orton again. It's like, no, you got fans behind this dude right now. He's got to be the main event guy.
Yeah, they try to make us forget about him being in the main event. And the fans just wouldn't let it go. Rightfully so.
I'm glad he listened to Bryan Danielson. I'm glad that he was like, you know what, if I stay here, I'm going to have the same fucking matches. And they're going to limit me, and then they're going to fucking retire me when they don't want to use me again. That's another thing WWE does. They retire these fucking guys because they don't want to use them anymore. So
Yeah, there was no.
Yeah, you hurt your fucking elbow. We want you to retire in your hometown next week. What were we going to say?
There was nothing left for Bryan to do anyway. Like, what was he going to do? Like, try to win the title again?
Nothing for Bryan.
Yeah.
Nothing for Adam Cole because he goes to the main roster. He's dead.
Yeah, he was good. He knew he was going to be fucked.
They'll probably make that. They probably would have made him wear a dress. Like this guy, Killian Cross or whatever, Karrion Cross. They're saying the guy comes out like Shredder now, and they're like,
That's he's just like a gimp.
And it took his wife away from him. And it's like him and his wife were the whole package, even from TNA. Like they came from TNA as a package deal.
Yeah, from day one.
And this guy Triple H had them as a package on NXT. And Vince brings him in with a fucking helmet on, with the, like you said, dressed as the gimp. And it's like, and he loses to Jeff Hardy, and then Jeff got COVID. So then they were like, well, originally he was going to beat Jeff Hardy a few matches in, but now we're going to scrap that whole thing. So he's already got a loss.
Yeah, he's already fucked.
I heard he's already been losing.
Yeah.
And again, where's Triple H saying, hey, you can't be fucking my guys up? Like this, if you drop dead tomorrow, Vince, I got to take over Raw, and this guy's fucked up already.
They used to at least book their monster killer heels. But they just started out fucking up, and you think he'll be dancing?
Hey, if Vince forgets, maybe he'll dance every fucking night. I don't know.
Oh man.
Oh god.
Please don't.
Yeah, let me stop talking. I'm probably giving them ideas right now.
Putting the energy in the air.
They're gonna debut on Nickelodeon on NXT with the guys dancing.
Oh no!
Have the Snick couch.
It's gonna be like
Have them
it's gonna be
dancing
like
around.
it should be like the Nitro Girls. They just have them all come out and dance.
You know, that's another thing that WWF never did. They never did the Nitro Girls. They never did none of that shit.
Yeah, the height of the attitude there. They didn't have any like sexy dancers or nothing.
No. They just put these fucking girls with the guys, and it's like, well, half these girls are ugly. They're good looking. You know what I mean?
A lot of it worked though.
Yeah. It's just I don't know. There were so many things they could have done to make it nice, and they just didn't. That's why I like AEW. They do their own thing. They stay in their own lane. I don't know why Tony Khan fucking blasts some of their fucking WWE agents sometimes. I don't get that. He's like, there's only one con man in the industry, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
What con man?
Fuck? This Nick Khan guy is like, why am I being attacked?
It's the new war.
It's the Khan war.
The war's over.
The fucking irony would be if he really was related to Tony Khan and he's there to cook the book so he could sell to AEW. He could sell WWE to AEW.
That'd be nuts.
That'd be hilarious.
He could make his own network, and then we don't have to freaking edit all the freaking Attitude Era stuff.
No, that deal's done, dude. It's over.
It's over. Rest in peace.
Just a little future prediction. Do you think one of these McMahons are going to end up on AEW? Whether it's Shane, Triple H?
I can't.
We're talking
I can see
down the line.
I can see Shane. Triple H, I'm really not too sure about. I mean,
he's got to work somewhere.
I can see Shane. Triple H, I don't know.
Do you think we'll see The Rock at some point down there?
I don't know. That family is so loyal to them.
Yeah.
But once Vince kicks the bucket, all bets are off.
Good point.
You know what I mean? Because if NBC is going to buy it,
yeah, then there's no time.
Yeah, Austin doesn't have to fucking be loyal to anybody at that point. Austin could show up there, not to wrestle or anything, but he could show up there just for the fucking hell of it.
Yeah,
you kind of
he can start.
Yeah, you got Rock show up. You could do like reunion shows or whatever. I think eventually that's going to happen.
Austin could stun Peter Avalon or Dolph Ziggler's brother.
Peter Avalon's still there.
Yeah, he's the Barry Horowitz of that company.
I mean, we don't even see him. You know, there's a guy.
Yeah, where has he been?
I don't mean to shit on this guy, but the guy that delivers like the pizza and Chinese food here looks exactly like Peter Avalon.
Oh wow.
I actually liked like a low tier guy, like when he was doing the librarian shit, because it was like just on Dark, and it was just like lower card entertainment stuff.
I like Leva Bates, but oh, we missed a match, didn't we?
Yeah, she's not doing it though.
Leva Bates, I liked her, but then they took her off TV. I mean, I know she's got like drinking problems and shit, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on there, but I don't know if that's the reason why or what. But I know that's why NXT got rid of her a long time ago.
Well, no, she's been on Being the Elite though. She's been on there, but she's not a factor on Dynamite or not even Dark Elevation or Dark or anything.
She wasn't in the Battle Royale either. She really needs. They need to do something with her. They got some. They got the character there. I said down pat, but I switched that to there, and then I said down there. So
yeah, they can pair her with somebody.
Yeah, she's good. I do something.
So yeah.
Is there anybody left to sign? I mean, I think AEW is good where they're at now with like the people they have. And then if they just want people,
I hate when people say that. Oh well, they could stop signing. No, you bring in as many fucking people as you can. Okay. Yeah. At some point, there's going to be a limit. Look, it's going to be like Nitro. Look, you're going to have to get rid of some of the under guys. Eventually they're going to get rid of Janela and Avalon. Those guys, they brought those guys in to prop up the fucking Fed. But now that you actually have stars coming in, they're gonna trim some of those guys at some point.
Yeah.
The company's got to move forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And there's always room for the right people.
Yeah. Like they're not bringing in Braun Strowman. That motherfucker's going to Impact. Like, good, leave him there. You don't deserve to show up over there. They're gonna bring in Bray Wyatt eventually. They'll do that. He'll probably be the new Dark Order guy. I don't know. We're only assuming at this point.
Maybe Undertaker.
Undertaker?
Like, no, he'll be their version of the Undertaker. Like that dark character.
He'll be somebody because I guarantee you he'll be the guy that has friction with Dark Order and Adam Page. So maybe he'll go after Adam Page first. That could be because Adam Page had his little thing with the Dark Order before he left.
Yeah.
Maybe when he comes back, he's like, "Hey guys, I'm back, whatever." And they're like, "Well, we got a new leader. Who's your new leader? You'll meet him at the pay-per-view." And then it's him. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll do that. Maybe they'll debut as a fucking hick. I don't know. I don't know what the hell he's gonna do. But look, I this is the future of wrestling. If you want to watch wrestling, these are the guys. We just gotta hope that people keep supporting them and they stay in business because if they don't, wrestling's dead, man. Like WWE is unwatchable for somebody like me. I can't watch it.
Yeah, me neither.
And the fan base is fucking stupid because they don't get it. They just don't understand. Oh, I got ripped off. And it's like it's a squash match. Like you're not being ripped off. I read that Austin is overrated. I read that Rock is overrated. I read the Attitude Era was overrated. I'm like, if there wasn't an Attitude Era, you wouldn't have the show right now.
Yeah, that's what brought.
That's what.
That's what brought in the money.
Yeah, that's what saved them.
Yeah. Before they went to Attitude, they almost went bankrupt.
Yeah. And they're like, well, Vince always had money. It's like, well, that's not what he fucking said for the last, 30 years. He said that they were about to fucking go under.
Dude, they're paying dudes like 50. They're paying like Razor Ramon like $50, like on the first Monday Night Raw to do shit. Like, dudes weren't getting paid. Like when Raw first started, like in '93, like they were already like in the shitter.
I don't know. I just miss my ECW, WCW, WWF. But hey, look, we're 20 years out of that, and I think AEW is the train to jump on. Mm-hmm. They're doing right by the guys that they're signing that WWE fucked up. And that's what happened with Nitro. Nitro brought in Razor and fucking Nash. Hogan was like dead in WWF because he was just done to death.
Yeah,
Vince never wanted to turn him. They turned him over on fucking Nitro, and history is history.
Yeah.
They beat the shit out of him because of that. All Vince had to do was turn the guy. Yeah. If John Cena ever shows up to Dynamite, he's got to turn heel. He's got to start that character as a heel, brand new, in a brand new company. And he's got to run through guys to a point. And then you get there Goldberg and you fucking beat the fuck out of John Cena.
I don't think they'll bring Cena. I mean, maybe for the right dime, Cena will come in, but I think he's more focusing. Vince is gone, he's moving into the Hollywood.
When Vince is gone and NBC wants to get like little shitty wrestlers for $300, you ain't getting John Cena or The Rock, or you might get The Rock because NBC is going to give him the cash.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If NBC buys this thing, you're going to get Saturday night main events for a couple of years. You're going to get WrestleMania as a special. And you're going to get like SummerSlam as a special. They want the footage. They don't care.
Yeah.
That's why Vince does 5,000 rematches because he's just doing what... It's like when you have to write... Like in English class, we would have like these journals. Yeah. And they're like, okay, you got to have 100 pages written out by the end of the semester. That's like a guy waiting until the night before and writing the fucking 100 pages. That's what Vince is fucking doing with the TV right now. He's like, yeah, just keep replaying the matches. Just keep more fucking footage to give over there. That's all this guy's doing.
Hmm.
Nobody's gonna watch his footage. NBC's gonna get fucked on that deal
Oh yeah.
because they're censoring all the good stuff, and then the shit that they're gonna have now is the same match. 160 matches in 2021 rematches so far. So that's what they're paying for. Good luck for them, but anyway, this show is like how long are we in? We're almost 2 hours in.
Shit. Almost a little longer than a pay-per-view.
Fred said AEW should make Ready to Rumble 2. They can't.
Very horrible too.
He thought CM Punk was gonna. He thought Sting was gonna attack CM Punk. Why? Why would Sting attack CM Punk?
No, Darby has too good of a face thing going, and so does Sting.
Yeah, Darby. He's a guy that they took and they made him a star, and it was easy, right? You put him with Sting, so people flipping the channel be like, "Holy fuck, that's Sting! Who's that guy with him?"
And they just let him be himself.
Hey, he cuts his own promos. That's it.
Yeah, he films his own those video intros or whatever. He does all that. They just let him do all that himself. They put it on TV and it works.
That's it. That's all you got to do. You don't have to micromanage and overproduce it. You know what I mean? And these guys are just having fun. They're going over there and having fun. And Adam Cole, he's so young enough right now. He could go back to WWE if he really wants to. There's no rush on that thing. They don't have anything for him. Let him do what he's got to do over here. Let him become a bigger star in AEW. I mean, he was already a big star in Ring of Honor. But he thought he was going to go to WWE and they were going to fucking use him right. And guy was in developmental his whole career. It's bullshit. The guy was good. He was. When I used to watch him in Ring of Honor, he was great. NXT, yeah. I was like, yeah, I ain't watching NXT because I don't want to be happy with NXT, and then they just fold it like they did. That's why I was like, fuck that. DVR it while you guys can. Enjoy it. I'll just wait till he goes somewhere else. So
yeah, now they're just gonna take away what made NXT so great in the first place.
Yeah, and it sucks for everybody that fell in love with it. That's why I never jumped in it. I was like, I'm not falling for this shit. I'm not going to start liking this show, and then they're going to fold it on me. And it took a while, and they did it. So, and they're saying that the reason why is because they lost the Wednesday Night Wars, and it's like, well, you put your son-in-law in that position. I'm sure it wasn't his idea to go fucking live, head to head. Because the first night they lost, and Vince put the statement out on WWE.com. Like, congratulations to All Elite Wrestling. I'm like, yo, this guy Triple H's days are numbered.
Oh, yeah.
You just fucking put a statement out acknowledging the competition. So, and now I'm reading Triple H needs to take NXT to a different federation. I'm like, dude, he doesn't own it. His fucking father-in-law owns it.
Yeah, it's still WWE property.
It's like these people don't get it. It's now with Bruce Pritchard's going to head up with Vince. It's like, it's done. Pritchard, man, yo, he is getting all his revenge on all those people that fucking turned on his ass. He is taking that company. We thought the backstabbing was going to start after McMahon. This shit's going on with the guy here. He's still there.
Yeah, there's already infighting.
They walked into NXT. Vince and the crew, and they're like, where are the guys? Down here. Whoa.
I think they're gonna forget they have NXT UK and just NXT UK is gonna keep running.
They're gonna cut all. Nick Khan is gonna cut all that shit. Walter, yeah. He's gonna say, "Hey, Walter, you know what? You can come here. You can fucking go back home." Hey, didn't you have the belt stolen out of your fucking trunk, out of the back seat of your car? Remember, a fan stole the belt from his car in New Jersey,
yeah.
And they mailed it back like 2 months later because they figured they couldn't sell it. I'm telling you, you might see him in fucking AEW. I don't know. Then Andrade's gonna have to fly him the fuck back over.
Yeah.
So, Well, we want to thank everybody for watching. It was great talking to you guys about this and recapping it.
Hell yeah.
And we'll see what happens at Full Gear, the next pay-per-view. Maybe we'll come back and recap that one as well. And hopefully more people debut that they need. And AEW tops the year off right. This was a 10 out of 10 show. I can't say that enough. And we all had
20 out of 10.
100 out of 10.
Yeah.
But this is wrestling.
Definitely.
So, and Jesus, you gotta plug your new podcast, your new wrestling podcast, which I watched last night and I thought it was great.
Yes, thank you very much for that. I just started. Me and my buddies have just started the Rock Solid Wrestling Talk podcast. It is on my buddy Marcus Johnson's channel, which is called Me TV, which is spelled out M, the number 3, and TV. You can really just search his first and last name, Marcus Johnson. It should be the first thing that comes up. Our first episode is on there. He also does his own hobby on the WWE 2K games, where he creates his own like wrestling federation, creates his own characters on there, and has like his own pay-per-views and things like that. So he was originally using the channel for that, but now we're also gonna have our podcast on there. It's gonna be every Wednesday. We're recording for right now, and then posting it the next day. We do it like right after Dynamite. And this week we'll be recapping All Out ourselves as well, along with recapping Dynamite and going over wrestling news, and that'll be a weekly thing.
Perfect.
Sure.
One less podcast I have to worry about as far as producing and recording and going live and going nuts. So yes, if you were a fan of Cheap Pop, that no longer exists, you move over to Jesus's. These guys will pick up the slack and they'll give you the news that you need. They'll give you the recaps. They'll give you their opinions. And the show was perfect last night. I mean, I listened to it last night on my phone. Perfect. I enjoyed it.
Great group of guys you got there, man. You guys are all just having fun talking about stuff and everything.
And that's what this is all about, having fun. This shouldn't be, oh my God, this fucking rematch, this old motherfucker. Like, no, these guys were having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I like to keep it. And this is really just what we do in our chat, our Facebook chat all the time. And it's really exciting that we're just going to bring that to just live on video in front of an audience.
So what I'll do is for this video, I will leave a link to the channel, to your YouTube, to your buddy's YouTube channel with the podcast. I'll leave the link to the first show so that people can click on the link and visit. They'll be directly shot right into the show, and then from there they can subscribe and all that stuff. So I will do that once this archives.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for taking the load off me, because I can't do this every week anymore. So, like me and him, we do the history thing with the other guys sometimes, but we try to do like AEW pay-per-views like right after, like we did tonight.
Yeah,
But week to week, I'm burnt. I can't do it no more. So it's good that you guys are doing that, and slides me right over to you. You guys do all the work, and I don't have to worry. I'm not gonna worry about it no more. So I want to thank you guys both for being here. Eli, are you wrestling anywhere for right now, or you're done?
Right now I gotta get ready for December. So December I'm definitely booked in Philly for the new Pank Race hybrid wrestling.
You know who you're gonna fight?
I don't know who I'm gonna fight just yet. I don't even think he has the rest of the card picked out. So we'll see. I just know I'm booked on that show.
All right, once this pandemic ends, when you start getting booked, we will be at your shows. But I can't go there right now because of this whole thing.
Dude, I couldn't believe the pop I got like after my match. Like I got my ass whooped. Like I got my ass whooped, and like people were just coming up to me and stuff and were like, "Yo, you did fucking great. You fucking whooped ass and shit."
Maybe me and Jesus will have to review you on AEW pay-per-views from now on.
Yeah.
You never know.
So,
yeah,
I'm glad.
That topic on my podcast as well.
Once the shows start getting put up too, because there's a whole thing we're trying to do with this. You know, it's it's bringing back the old like pretty much the old school wrestling like Pancrase back in Japan was it was legit wrestling, like it was wrestling for real. So we're bringing that back. We're doing it here in the States. We're trying to get all the Japanese guys to come out, the ones that want to be involved that we can get. We're trying to get them to come out to do that. We've gotten a few people already to do seminars and crazy stuff. So it's been good. It's been a good ride. There's been 3 shows. They've all done gangbusters so far, and he's just waiting to finish that documentary and put that out there. And once the documentary comes out, then it's pretty much game over. They're off to the races with that. It's another stepping stone. It's a different style of wrestling for people to do. It's more hard hitting, more realistic. You're going in there and you're going for the win. Like there's no planned out or anything. You're going in there. You're really fucking wrestling for real. So it was great. It's a great concept. Old school UWF Pancrase style. And I'm happy that I'm a part of it. So
Do they film this? Like, do you have the match or?
they filmed it. Yeah, I can have somebody send me the match. I don't have the match.
If
I
somebody
have like
sends-
pictures. I have pictures. I have the photos you guys have seen. But
Well, if they send you the match, we can upload it, or you upload it to your YouTube channel, or whatever you want to do. I can even upload it in this AOX wrestling box that we're in right now on YouTube. We could just
when
put
I
the
go to
match
Philly, I'll definitely have somebody like record my match.
Yeah, so we can watch it.
Yeah, I tried to get somebody to record my match at that one, but I don't know. Literally everybody that was there was booked. So like, and he didn't want anybody coming out. So it was like, oh fuck, well I can't record your shit. So
All right, well,
whatever.
when the whole virus thing is officially over, when we can all start going out again, we will start hitting up your matches.
But there's a bunch of stuff, and he's not gonna not release any of this stuff out there. Like it's gonna be out there.
Right.
So just keep an eye on Roku. He's on the Roku channel, the Pancrase channel on Roku. If you have a Roku or if you have any other networks like that can connect to it. But that's just for now. And once he gets all the stuff up there, then like I said, it's off to the races because it's gonna be a great time.
Good.
It's gonna get bigger from there. So
Well, maybe we'll see you on Dynamite in a few years. And I can go on Jesus' channel. We can all make fun of you.
yeah, I can listen to it.
Yeah, then he can fucking break character and cut a promo on us and get us noticed.
Yeah.
We could do a whole angle on Dynamite.
Good.
You do a Twitter angle.
Yeah. Definitely. I hope this is a stepping stone for me. This is me finally getting into like MMA, but there's also pro wrestling guys and stuff involved. Like Suzuki's gonna be involved. All those guys that wrestled for that federation back in the day and everything and fought back in the day. They're gonna be involved. The original president, like that opens doors for me right there in Japan and stuff. So
You can have you could team with Eddie Kingston and have him cut a promo on Jesus. A Ralph Crandon promo.
Oh man.
Jesus, I'm coming to the Rock.
I could just get cameo. I'll get cameos for everybody, and you can plug all your
You
guys'
still
shows.
gotta do
and
that
stuff.
Cornette cameo where we're gonna have him call you a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everyone, thanks for being here.
Right.
It was a fun show.
Take care. It was fun.
And
I have this app again, so I would like to guest star on here a little bit more often.
we want to have you. So definitely
Oh yeah.
come on whenever the hell you want. Just let me know.
All right.
And guys, stay safe out there. And we'll catch you guys whenever the hell we do this next month for Full Gear, I guess. So, and check out Jesus' show with his friends. And I'll leave the link in the description when it's archived. So everyone take care, stay safe, have a good night, and thanks for being here.
Good night, guys.
Peace.
Peace.